Hello, friends. It's Nancy from Astrology and Angel Mediums today with another one of these like decks that I love videos. I don't really know what I'm going to call this, but I wanted to kind of highlight some decks that I have in my collection that don't really fit into some of the other categories that I've used on my videos. But I think that these are decks that maybe I like for very specific sort of readings or for very specific sort of energy. I'll probably pause and pull out a couple more. So there's going to be a lot that I'm going to feature. So I'm not going to go through all of them. Especially some of these, I already have like unboxing videos and things like that that you can check out. But I do want to talk about just why there's certain decks that I still have in my collection, even if I don't use them with clients too often, even if I don't use them for myself very often. So I wanted to start off with the Seasons of the Witch series decks. I used to have more of these. These are the ones that I still have in my collection that I really do enjoy for different reasons. So I have these three. I like to use them with those particular seasons. So I think that the energy is really fun to kind of connect, as I do love autumn and things like that. I do like the themes of the Mabon Oracle. I'm trying to have it focus. The Mabon Oracle for, Lammas, which is, kind of a summery time period. This is really nice. And then the Letha Oracle is also really nice because it's like the beginning of summer and things like that, where we kind of see the energy of that. And I just love the imagery in these three decks. So this is why I have kept these. If you're looking for the unboxing videos, they're in my, unboxing video section or deck unboxings. As I am Hispanic, I do try to kind of purchase some Hispanic decks. And I'm going to also talk about one that I bought not too long ago, but let me go grab it because it's way put up because I don't really use it too often. But it's the Mayan, the Zoltan deck, which I don't have the box or anything for anymore. But so these four decks are decks that I kind of use because of the imagery, because of just feeling like there's a little bit of a connection to my ancestral roots. And, it just makes sense in some ways to kind of use these. If you haven't seen this Mayan deck, it's really crazy looking. I really love, and I've been trying to kind of become more familiar with using it. Focus. There you go. So it does have that kind of traditional Mayan artwork to it, which I do really enjoy. This is an older deck. I found it on when I was researching, because there's not a lot of like Mexican tarot decks that aren't like just Rider-Waite-Smith copies, if that makes sense. And I wanted more of like a theme deck to kind of connect a little bit more to, again, my ancestral roots. So this is a deck that I really have enjoyed using for that practice. Even though I do have like other decks that I use to specifically connect to certain ancestors, if that makes sense. But for my ancestral kind of practice, I like to use this deck. I also am a Santa Muerte devotee, so I do use Santa Muerte Lenormand. This is a fun one. It's just great if you are someone that reads Lenormand style cards. I like to have different types that I feel connected to. I have one that's almost like a tattoo based one that is from Etsy. And I have like a fairy tale one and then like other little fun ones. But I love this for my Santa Muerte devotional kind of workings or to connect more to my ancestors, which is why I also like this Loteria Remedios deck, which I did a deck unboxing for earlier this year, which you can check out. Beautiful artwork. It is based off of Loteria, which is like a Spanish bingo, if you want to call it that. Mexican bingo, I don't even know. Something similar along those lines. And it just has that beautiful kind of artwork that, connects you to that. So I love using this deck for that. The same with this El Camino Oracle, which this is by someone who I don't think is actually Mexican, but I do think that she has Hispanic roots. And I just love the themes, the colors, just that connection. It's just nice. Again, it's something that helps me feel like I'm connecting a little bit more to my culture and to what I have seen. And I do try to get decks that are by actual Hispanic artists and things like that. And again, it's not something I've really have found a ton of. It's been a little bit hard. So this is a really interesting deck. And I'm not going to really talk too much about the name just because I'm not trying to get like people upset. I didn't name the deck. This is really an interesting deck in the sense that it is based off of this like practice, and you basically pull all of the cards and you put them in a shape. I'm trying to see if it has like a picture in here to kind of show y'all. It is huge. Number one, the cards are huge. I don't know if it has like the actual layout for everything. Essentially, you will lay out all of the cards. So yeah, it's just the cards on this one, right? Yeah. So you will lay out all of the, I think it's 36 cards that are in here. It's been a while since I've messed with this. Either 36 or 48 cards. So you'll lay out all of these cards and they're all this size and you kind of connect it. And that's kind of how your reading is. And you have to pull it a certain way, which there's a lot of instructions inside of the book, things of that nature. And it kind of tells you, depending on how the cards are connected, what other cards they're touching, which way it's facing. That's kind of how you do your reading. It is very intricate. I don't really use it a whole ton. I got it a few years ago because I collect and I had seen this and I was like, that is such a fascinating card system. So I do have like different card systems that I'm not super familiar with that I just really enjoy learning about and trying to kind of share. So this is one of those that, again, when I'm feeling a little bit like, I don't know what I'm doing, I will sit down and like do the whole thing because it is like a whole big ordeal and it's like really intricate. So if you guys have ever done this kind of style of reading, let me know because I haven't seen it too much. I haven't seen it too like in the like social spaces, if that makes sense. But I think it's a really cool deck. And then because I love the Divine Feminine, I do have different decks that kind of call in those energies. I have recently been more connected to Mary Magdalene kind of energy and trying to read up on her, study her, learn more about her story and kind of how she fits in with me. And this was a deck that I got because I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. And so I've been kind of using this to kind of help me connect a little bit more to her energy. I think I did a deck unboxing if I'm not sure. So if you're looking for that, that should be up on my channel. And this is a beautiful deck that I've had for many years. I don't know if it's in print any longer, but I love the energy of this deck. As someone that has a mother wound that she is constantly trying to work on healing as a mother herself, this is a deck that's really helped me connect to Divine Mother, like Divine Mother energy, connect a little bit more to what it means to be a mother, as well as kind of the spiritual lessons that kind of come in your spiritual practice. If you are someone like me that maybe has had some challenges, I have a 12th house moon in Cancer. I have mommy issues. So it is something that has really helped me connect a little bit more to that Divine Mother energy. And I just think it's a really beautiful deck. It's very artistic. The guidebook is beautiful as well, full color. And it just has a lot of really beautiful lessons in it that I think are really beneficial if you're someone that, kind of struggles a little bit with mothering and being a mother. So I like to bust that out for Mother's Day usually. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I'll post these cards usually for like the weekly card drawing. And then this is a deck that I never would have purchased for myself, but as I've talked about in other videos, my best friend, when she had passed away, her family gave me a lot of her decks. This is one of them. It's beautiful. I'm not saying that it's not, but again, it's not really a deck I would have purchased for myself. And so it's very much that goddess power, just to connect to that. If you're looking for a goddess deck, I think it's nice. It's beautiful. I don't really care for this style of artwork. It's not really my favorite, but I know a lot of decks are kind of moving towards that. I have a lot of decks that are kind of moving towards this sort of art style, which is kind of like collage, but not. But this is really great in the sense of it's been very educational for me in different ways, because I do like what the guidebook, the descriptions in there. It kind of gives you a little foundation to kind of connect a little bit more to that goddess energy. And as a woman in this world, I have been, trying to kind of honor those things within myself. And it's also been great to kind of learn about some other goddesses a little bit more, their story and how they work. And I do have other goddess decks that I'm sure you've seen. But this is one of those that I will just continuously keep, not just for the sentimental aspect of it, but then also just because I do enjoy the information in this deck. So those are a few of these decks that I have for specific practices. I do have a ton of decks. I think I have about 150 at the current moment. I'll have to kind of recount. So I may not always have a video of decks that I love to kind of showcase every single deck that I have currently in my collection. And I'm constantly going through and kind of changing things out. But these are some that have just kind of remained in my collection over the years, and I'm still utilizing them. So let me know if you have some decks that you maybe use specifically for certain work, for certain spiritual practices. If you have some suggestions for other decks that maybe I haven't featured on here or talked about, let me know. I am always interested in what other people are using and what they enjoy. But thank you so much for joining me. Please take care, stay safe, and as always, make good choices. Bye.